All right, you guys, I am super excited to get this video up here for you. This is my very first video that I've ever made with firearm related content. 2023 has been a great year for the firearms industry. We've had a lot of successes in and outside the courtroom. We're getting a lot of legislation coming down here that is in our favor. So really excited to close out this chapter on 23. Really excited to see where 2024 brings us in the firearms community. I wanted to get this video up because I am very excited about this platform. Since I started getting involved in firearms when I was 18 years old, I have always had a desire and I've always had a drive towards the AR10 platform. Don't get me wrong, when I first graduated out of high school, started getting into the shooting industry, started getting into the rifle platform, you could say. The very first rifle I ever bought was a AR10. First thing I did was run out to my local firearms store. So I graduated high school in 2004. We had the sunset of that Clinton assault weapons ban. So the first thing I did was I head to my local firearms store and I picked out the most iconic rifle that I could find, and to me that was the AR10. Got that rifle out of a crate. When I pulled it out, it was wrapped in plastic, had cosmoline all over it. I was excited, went home, sighted it in, started having some fun with that rifle. It was a handful of years before I got into the AR platform, and once I did, that was it. About 10 years after buying that wasser, I sold it, started collecting AR15s, started getting into the modern sporting rifle field, and then I've always had that high desire to get a AR10. I wanted a 308. I wanted the 7.62 by 51. I wanted something that would reach out very far, that would take chunks and remove them from a target. So I started doing some training up in Cleveland. There's a really great firearms training academy out there. Took a bunch of rifle classes with those guys. So I want to skip all that and get right into a rifle that won an award for the best rifle of 2023, and this is the Ruger SFAR. So the small frame automatic loading rifle. This rifle is absolutely amazing. I can't say enough about it. From the 16-inch barrel, the super lightweight nature of this rifle, the way I have this rifle set up right now, it's right at 7 pounds. These magazines are 20-round magazines. They're extremely lightweight, extremely capable platform here. So I have it set up with a Romeo 5 and I have it set up with a Joliet 3. So I have a 3x magnifier. It's a push button, flip out of the way magnifier. I have that Romeo 5, that small red dot. This rifle is set up extremely lightweight. It's got Ruger's Boomer muzzle brake on it. So the blast mitigation from this device is phenomenal. It pushes all of that energy out to the sides. It's very loud, but it keeps the rifle on target. Your follow-up shots are point of aim, point of impact, as long as the rifle is zeroed properly. This rifle here, I have zeroed in at 35 yards. So from 35 yards to 300 yards, I am almost point of aim, point of impact. I have about a 5-inch deviation on my rounds. So at 100 yards, I'm about 3.5 to 4 inches high, and then it drops back down to where I'm making contact on a A-level zone on a target from 35 yards to 300 yards and don't have to mess with any holdovers. For me, that's why I wanted this rifle here. This is a battle rifle. This rifle is set up for me for maybe at the most I will ever fire this rifle 300 yards. And that's not something that I look forward to doing. I wanted this set up for close quarters. That's why I went with the 16-inch barrel. The close quarters nature of this, it's going to put down a lot of heavy fire in a very short zone. So I'm going to be able to effectively engage targets with rapid target acquisition from 0 to 50 yards. That's what this rifle is set up for. I wanted a battle rifle that would do everything, but would have way more penetration and way more power than the 223. Don't get me wrong, a 223 is a great round, but the 308 is an even greater round. So I wanted something that, if the case called for it, I could stretch out to about 300 yards, kind of as a DMR, but without that low power variable optic. I wanted to keep this lightweight. I wanted to keep it handy, something that I can move around. I can clear a room with. I can clear my house with this. But if worst case comes down, this will have the penetrating power to go through an obstacle and engage a target beyond it. The 223, from what I've seen, all the statistics and all the testing of that round, you're limited when it comes to penetrating through 2x4s and hard, solid objects. The 308, not as much. It will continue to go further. That again is why I went with an AK-47 style rifle for my first rifle that I've ever purchased. But as I've matured, as I've shot, as I've trained, as I've taken classes, this is what the precipice has been. So the apex of my shooting has come down to a refined, lightweight, short-barreled rifle that can clear rooms, that can negotiate different terrain, that is lightweight enough that I could sling this over my shoulder, I could climb a fence, I could clear an obstacle, and not worry about carrying something that's 7, 8, 9 pounds. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching this video, and I wanted to show you what I think one of the top rifles that came out in 2023 is, and I had to buy it. I've been waiting forever to get my hands on this platform, and there's going to be a lot more content coming up of this rifle. I'm going to be showing you guys target transitions. I'm going to be showing you guys a lot more features of this rifle. I'm going to have a lot more content coming up soon, so I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys like the content coming forward.